Hi there, my name's Andy Young and I'm one of the automotive lecturers down at Unitec in Auckland, New Zealand, and this is one of my basic skills videos. Now there are there's a couple of videos out there already showing you how to change a headlight bulb and a tail light bulb, I believe, on a Ford Laser. So I thought it'd be beneficial to cover how to change a number of the different bulbs in the rear tail lights on a Suzuki Alto. It's about a 1992, I think, pretty old. On the old Laser, the previous videos, the access to the bulbs is from the inside of the car. The Suzuki Alto is quite different. We've got to actually take the whole light cluster off, same as an old Ford Courier Ute, actually. Take the light cluster off, and then that's going to give us some access. There's no access to the bulbs with the light cluster in place. Now, I don't know if there was a previous video where the boot on this vehicle was jammed shut. The latch had basically stopped working as it should do, and we couldn't get the boot open, the hatchback boot. Now, if you can't get the boot open, you can't get the back light off, the light cluster off, to change a bulb. So it was a bit of an issue if it had blown a bulb. Fortunately, it hadn't done. Anyway, the little vehicle is, golly, it's tiny. It's down there, look. Okay, so the first thing to do is to open the boot, and then I can show you how to remove one of the light clusters to change the bulb. Okay, so you've got the light cluster here, both the same obviously, and there's a posi screw at the top. So we're going to undo that first, and then that should get us the light cluster off. Now there's lots of different variations of light clusters out there. This is just how Suzuki have done it on this particular vehicle. Once you've got that screw undone, then very carefully just pull it back, because down here on this particular one there's a couple of pins, and these little dowels basically go into a bracket on the body. There are quite a few light clusters that will have little poppers and so on. Normally one screw and a number of different poppers, and you just got to give it a bit of a yuck and it'll come off. Now, if you look on the back of the light now, you'll see we've got 3 different bulb holders. Now, if you turn the light around, you'll see obviously we've got the indicator bulb is the top one here, and that only has 2 wires going to it. One's a feed, black's the earth. This one here is your reverse light, so of course the middle bulb does the reverse light. And again, just 2 wires, red and black, red being the feed, black being the earth. And then down here, lastly, we've got the stop tail light bulb. Now the stop tail light has 2 filaments. It does your tail light and it does your brake light. So that one has 3 wires going to it. It still has an earth, but it has 2 feed wires. And one of these wires will be the tail light circuit, your side light circuit, and one will be your brake light circuit. Now, if you also look on the back, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, but it tells you on this one which direction is lock. So clockwise is to lock these holders in place. So to undo them, we just do anti-clockwise and take them out. Now on that particular bulb, this is the indicator bulb. With this one, it's just a push-in fitment. So you can just pull it out, change the bulb, put the new one in. Align the dowels. You've got these little lugs on the side of the bulb holder. Align those, and then twist clockwise, and that's that one done, basically. All easy. And it even tells you the wattage rating, 12 volts, 18 watts for your indicator. Now for this one here, which is the reverse light, again anti-clockwise to remove, and hey presto, it looks like it takes exactly the same bulb. Yeah, 12 volts, 18 watts. So the same bulb again for the reverse light. That one's getting a bit old. Okay. Now this one's got 3 lugs. That's so you can't put the wrong one in the wrong hole. That would make the indicator come on when you reverse. That's not good. Okay, and then finally the brake light and the tail light bulb, combination bulb, is this one here. So anti-clockwise to release. Now this one's slightly different. This bulb is what we call a bayonet fitting, and it's got these little lugs on the side of the bulb, and it's got the grooves in the bulb holder. And notice that the lugs are of a different height on the bulb. We've got a lower lug and a higher lug, and that's important because if you put it the wrong way around, we're going to get the wrong contacts onto the contacts down there, which means that your brake light filament will be energized with your park light turned on, and vice versa. So the deep groove has the lower pin, so to line that up in there like that, push it down and then just turn it, and that replaces the bulb. Very easy. Don't force them, they usually work pretty well. Job done. And then back into the holder. Now this time again we've got 3 lugs to line up. We've got a small one and 2 large, so small one is there, look. There we go. Okay, and then clockwise to lock. Excellent. Okay. Now to refit the whole lamp unit, all you do is align the 2 lower dowels first into the holder. Make sure they're both in, otherwise it won't sit properly. And then put your screw back in the top. And it's always a good idea to double check that the bulb is actually, or the lamp unit is working correctly when you've finished. I'm just going to do a quick check. Okay, so indicator, check. Tail light, check. Brake lights. I'll let me find out when I watch the video. Brake light, and lastly, reverse light. Super. So there you go. That was on a little Suzuki Alto, how to access the tail light bulbs. So you've got your whole light cluster. Actually, we had the indicator, we had the reverse light, and the stop tail light bulbs as well. Very easy. You do need to have a tailgate that opens though, otherwise you can't get to them. And to remove the light cluster, you're going to need a posi drive screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, sort of average sort of size. There's probably one in the original toolkit that probably disappeared many years ago. So it would be a good idea, just if you have one of those cars, or just check what tools that you need to perform the tasks, the basic tasks. Because if you have a bulb go out on the motorway or on a long trip, it really is a good idea for your own safety and for everybody else's to actually stop at a service station and put a new bulb in. You also risk a fine, if you're driving around with a bulb out. I think here in New Zealand, if it's a headlight bulb, it's $200. That buys a lot of bulbs. So, having a screwdriver in your car and a couple of spare bulbs is a great idea. I remember when we used to be Renault dealers back in the UK. Oh, I wasn't a kid then. Renault used to sell a bulb kit for your car. You could go in, tell them what car you had, and in a plastic box would be one of every bulb the car had. So it was really easy. It was just keep it in the glove box. You've got what you need to do it, and of course the car's toolkit would have the tools there that you needed to do it. And I think there was even some little instruction booklet inside on how to change your bulbs. How cool was that? Doesn't seem to happen anymore. Don't know why. Maybe people don't fit their own bulbs. Maybe they just leave it to a garage. Okay. Well, I hope you found this very short video helpful. My name's Andy Young. I'm one of the automotive lecturers down at Unitec in Auckland, New Zealand. If you want to subscribe, then please do. Feel free, because that way you're going to get notifications whenever any new videos get posted up. And who knows, there could be another one that's of interest to you, which you might think, hey, that's of interest to me. I'll watch that, and I'll stick it on my to watch later list. Questions and comments down the bottom. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And that's about it, really. Until the next video. Cheers. Over and out.